welcome to Track by Track Reviews. With me once again, Sam May, for the third time.
Yeah.
And today we're going to be talking about the album Swim by Caribou. And this is Caribou, or Dan Snaith's fifth album.
Right. He did, how many albums was it? 2 albums, I think, as Manitoba. Right?
Yeah, I think that's right.
Before switching to Caribou for The Milk of Human Kindness. The first time I heard by him, and I think you as well, was
Andorra. That's the only other album I've heard.
Right, his 2007 album, which when I first heard, I think around sophomore year of high school, I was really blown away by. Like, really instantly, catchy, like, indie melodies, yet really sort of, like, dosed and experimental at the same time.
Yeah, let's just go right to the first track, which is the single on the album, Odessa. A lot of people really like this track. The first time I listened to the album, I was like, this album sucks except for Odessa.
Really?
Like, but I mean, it has definitely grown on me since then.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even my favorite song anymore, but it's a really catchy track, sort of like almost a dance rhythm.
Yeah.
And one of the things I noticed about this song that's sort of throughout the whole album is, like, it's the subtle little things that make the songs good for me. Like, there's this little drum fill, the dun dun dun, that sounds really cool that he adds throughout the entire song.
Right.
And he slowly adds, like, more little things as the songs go on.
Right. I mean, I think Odessa's a pretty good song, but again, it's like the single, and I feel like it kind of is another offender of, like, sounding like a single. To me, Odessa kind of serves like a good transitional piece from, like, the more straightforward songs on Andorra to sort of the more branched out songs on this album, you know what I mean?
I agree with that.
Yeah, so anyway.
The next song on the album is called Sun. Sun! 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 And... Sun! Yeah, I think we're in agreement now. This is my least favorite song on the album, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I can't quite think of any others that... It's just like you hear Odessa and you're like, okay, and then all of a sudden, the second Odessa ends, all of a sudden, just really loud and annoying, he just screams at you, son! And this, like, really annoying, repetitive sort of, like, beat comes in. And basically the whole song is just one big repetition for about 5 minutes.
Yeah. The first, like, minute, I was like, okay, this is cool. Let's see where this goes.
Right.
And it never got to where I expected it would go.
It's sort of like one of those ideas sort of songs.
Yeah. I mean, so many of the songs I kept going back to, and I would like more each time I heard it. So I kept going back to this song expecting that same thing.
Yeah.
It just never happened.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, the next song on the album is called Kylie.
Probably my favorite track off the album.
I'd say for a while this was my favorite track.
I love the phasing, like how it's like it pangs back and forth.
Yeah, that very beginning, that dun dun dun.
Yeah, I love that.
Dun,
and like
really catchy.
the vocal melodies are really great too. Like to me, this
what
is
about the vocal harmonies?
Yeah. He's taking the ideas, like the sort of catchy indie pop ideas of Andorra, but putting more of like a dance sort of feel to them.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's doing it really well. It's what he was trying to do on Sun, but didn't succeed.
He gets into this really good vocal melody that
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like. That's exactly what it sounds like. The next song on the album is called Found Out, and I like this song not nearly as much as like my favorites on the album, but it's
a good song.
It's not quite a standout track, but it's a good song.
Definitely. It definitely goes with the flow of the album. There's a nice little guitar bit that I like.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that.
I feel like this song really is like the quintessential, like, nuanced song of the album, almost.
And actually, I was gonna say that when I first heard the song, I didn't like it at all.
Yeah, probably. I'd have to agree. I don't really remember because I've listened to it so many times now. But again, it is sort of one of those. It's a good song though, definitely. Yeah. It's enjoyable to listen to.
All right, the next song on the album is called Bowls, and I don't think I like this song as much as you.
Yeah.
But at the beginning, there's this sort of weird, like, I don't know what he's hitting. Maybe it's bowls or something, but so it sounds like some sort of bells or something. Right. And you don't quite know what rhythm it's in. Even though there's like a bass drum pounding, you can't really tell what the rhythm is, like, of the bells. But then the beat comes in, and it all fits together, and I think that's really cool. But for 6 minutes, and there's sort of a payoff at the end, but it didn't really do it for me.
Yeah.
It wasn't a big enough payoff for a 6-minute song that's really repetitive.
Right. I actually really kind of like this song, even though there's really no singing whatsoever.
Yeah.
I still kind of like the whole, like, trancey sort of, you know, like, bassy sort of vibe that it gives off. I think it's a nice experiment. I feel like it does,
yeah, I'll say that. It's interesting.
It does a lot better job than Sun does of like.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, it's not really trying to blend any elements from the last album, but that's what I kind of like about it.
On the next song, Leave House, the rhythm is a lot more clear. There's sort of this flute part that drives the song. Yeah. And some other flutes that come up in the background that sound pretty cool.
As far as the musicality goes, just a good song.
Yeah, I mean, once again, I would say this isn't as good as some of the other songs, but once again, it's a solid song, and I know he's capable of better melodies, but this is a good enough melody for me to like the song. Alright, the next song is called Hannibal, and it reminds me of Sun a little bit in the sense that it's too repetitive for how long it is.
Yeah, it's, and they're singing at the very end.
Yeah, there's more going on lyrically other than Sun.
Yeah. Again, I feel like one thing about this album is that he's really taking a risk here with this new sound of his. I mean, it's understandable that artists want to like try new things, and I'm glad he did. But, you know, again, it sort of feels like he really doesn't know where he's going with this, and it sort of feels more of like an idea than an actual song. You know, it's nice to listen to just when you're listening to the album all the way through, I guess, but, you know, it's still a little bit long.
Alright, the next song on the album is called Bella.
To me, it's a really good track, but I like the fact that it's really short, and
that's what I mean.
The fact that I think it's perfectly placed because of the fact that it's the second to last track. To me, it sort of feels just like the winding down track of the album.
Yeah, well, plus it brings back the melody from Kylie, which sort of makes this like an interlude track almost.
Right, yeah, kind of.
If Sun and Hannibal had been like 2.5 minutes, I would have been okay with them, but like he could have dragged this song on for 6 minutes, but he didn't, and I'm glad that he did. Not. The last song on the album is called Jamelia, and this is my favorite song on the album. It starts off with a really catchy synth melody, a good singing melody, and if it had stayed there the entire song, it still would have been a good song. Yeah. But it has this amazing change about 1 minute and 40 seconds in. It just blows my mind. Yeah. Like, it comes out of nowhere. I don't know how he thought to transition it into that. Yeah. But I just think that's brilliant how this song is.
It's a good song, set up. But I find it sort of weird that it's your favorite song.
Really?
Because to me, two things about it. A, it doesn't really feel like it fits with the style of the album. And B, it's a weird closing song.
It is kind of a weird, like, it's a really energetic closing song.
It's a good song, I'll give you that, but I don't know, I mean, I think also the fact that it doesn't, like, he's got a guest vocal who...
Yeah, the vocals are done by, I think, the guy from Born Ruffians.
It's a good song. It's just a funny closer, and I find it funny it's your favorite track. This album, I don't know why it took 3 years to make. I feel like he could have made this in 2 years and put it out as an EP in 2008. He took 3 years to do something that really wasn't that extraordinary. I mean, I see what he was trying to do by changing his sound, but I don't really know. It's sort of iffy. Even with repeated listens, it just doesn't have the same sort of intensity and sweetness that Laura had.
So what are you going to rate this one?
I would give this one a 7.7.
For me, some of the songs on this album are just a little too long, a little too drawn out and repetitive, and they get a little boring after a while. But the songs that caught on are really good. The other songs for me are either not that good or just sort of in between. As far as this, I give it a 6.5, so definitely a lot lower than you. This album has been growing on me. Maybe it'll grow on me a little more. I'd say it's worth listening to because you're gonna come away with some tracks that you like for sure.
Right.
So anyway, that's our review of Swim by Caribou. And for Sam May, this is Track by Track Reviews. I'm Rory Sullivan. See you next week.
One last thing.
Nope. Son!
Hey guys, it's Rory. I realized this video got uploaded a little late tonight. It's like 10:40 right now, and I haven't even uploaded the video. I have not heard back from Merge Records, so unfortunately as you already know, there's no music in this video. I didn't get permission. They didn't say no, they just never emailed me back, which if they do email me later, I will repost the video, but as of now, there's no music because they didn't give me permission. But hope you guys enjoyed the review anyway, and I'll see you next week.